Good afternoon, friend. In last lecture, we have discussed about the relation between elastic constants. Okay, that is Young's modulus, bulk modulus, modulus of rigidity, and Poisson's ratio. Okay, so far in this lecture we have discussed about the limiting values of Poisson's ratio. Okay, Poisson's ratio की कितनी वैल्यू रहती है, लिमिटिंग वैल्यूज, लिमिट वैल्यूज, वो हमें इस लेक्चर में देखना है कि वो कैसे आते हैं. ओके, सो फॉर होमोजीनियस आइसोट्रॉपिक मटेरियल द इक्वेशन रिलेटिंग द इलास्टिक कांस्टेंट्स, ओके, दिस two equation we have discussed are derived in previous lecture. Okay, so first y, there is Young's modulus y is equal to twice eta 1 plus sigma, where y is the Young's modulus, eta is the modulus of rigidity, and sigma is the what? Poisson's ratio. Okay, so we have to find out the limiting values of Poisson's ratio. So I have to find out the limiting values of Poisson's ratio from this two equation. Okay, this is two equation, that is y is equal to, that is Young's modulus is equal to ice k 1 minus chi sigma. Here y is the Young's modulus, k is the bulk modulus, and sigma is the Poisson's ratio. From equation 1, I can write this equation as, that is y upon twice theta is equal to 1 plus sigma. Therefore, what happens? Sigma is equal to nothing but what? That is y upon twice theta minus 1. Okay. In this equation, this Young's modulus and modulus of rigidity both are positive quantity. Okay, means the minimum value of the sigma, it should be minus 1. Okay, so y, the ratio of Young's modulus and modulus of rigidity, it should not be less than 0. Okay, means it's maximum 0. So it is not less than 0. So ultimately the minimum value of we have to find from this equation is that the Poisson's ratio should be minus 1. Okay. Similarly, from equation 2, what you can write here, that is Young's modulus divided by ice k is equal to 1 minus twice sigma. So what happened? That is twice sigma is nothing but 1 minus y upon 3q. Okay, so therefore sigma is equal to half minus y upon 6k. Okay, half minus y upon 6k is the sigma. Okay, so from this equation, this Young's modulus and the bulk modulus is positive quantity. Okay, these both are positive. So the ratio of these, it should be less than, not less than 0. Okay, it should be 0. So maximum value from this we can find out, that is sigma is equal to half. Okay, suppose y plus sigma k is equal to, we put 0 here. So maximum value sigma is equal to what? Half, that is 0.5. Okay, so since here, since y and Young's modulus k is positive, hence y upon 6k cannot be less than 0. Cannot be less than 0. Cannot be less than 0. Therefore, maximum value of sigma is 0.5. Okay, this is 0.5. Similarly here, because since y and modulus of rigidity is positive, value should be positive. Hence 1.2 theta cannot less than 0. Therefore minimum value of sigma is -1. Okay, from this we can say that sigma must be lies between -1 and 0.5. Okay, for homogeneous isotropic body, from this we can conclude that for homogeneous isotropic material, Poisson's ratio is lies between -1 to 0.5. Okay, so Poisson's ratio lies between -1 to 0.5. Okay, so next we have discussed that is elastic limit. Okay, so from this we can say that how the limiting value, how we have to find the limiting values of Poisson's ratio using these two equations. That is the relation between elastic constants. Okay, relation between elastic constants. We have to find the limiting values of Poisson's ratio. Okay, so you have to remember these two equations. That is what? That is Young modulus y is equal to twice eta 1 plus sigma, and second equation, that is Young's modulus y is equal to thrice k 1 minus twice sigma. Okay, you should remember these two equations. Okay, and from this equation we solve this two equation. By solving this equation we have to find this ratio. Okay, so we have to find this from sigma is equal to this. So this ratio should be, because these two terms are positive, therefore this is not less than 0. Okay, so from this you come to this equation at 0, so sigma is equal to -1. From this similar result, sigma is equal to the value of is half. So this is the maximum value, that is maximum value kitni ho jayegi 0.5, and minimum value should be -1. So this is the limiting values of Poisson's ratio. Now we see the elastic limit. Okay, so what happened elastic limit? What is elastic limit? Elastic limit. So particularly in solids, if stress is gradually increased, strain is also increased. Okay, proportionally increases, strain is also increases. In accordance with the Hooke's law, until a point at which linear relation between stress and strain ceases out. Okay, this is the elastic limit. What is elastic limit? That is according to Hooke's law, until a point at which the linear relation between stress and strain ceases out. Ceases out means are ended. Okay, seizes. आपण सीज द प्रॉपर्टी शुड बी सीज म्हणजेच काय, प्रॉपर्टीला लाक लावलं किंवा प्रॉपर्टी सीज केली. ओके, सो सीज म्हणजे काय होते, क्लोज्ड. ओके, जेव्हा हे रिलेशन ब्रेक होते स्ट्रेस आणि स्ट्रेनचं, डायरेक्टली लिनियर रिलेशन जेव्हा ब्रेक होईल, ती झाली त्याची इलेस्टिक लिमिट. त्याच्या बियॉन्ड इलेस्टिक लिमिट जर गेलं तर त्याची स्ट्रेस आणि स्ट्रेनचं काय होईल, रिलेशन, लिनियर रिलेशन राहणार नाही, ते नॉन लिनियर होईल. ओके, समजा आपण या ग्राफवरून बघूया. इथे आपण स्ट्रेन घेऊ वाय ऍक्सिस वर आणि एक्स ऍक्सिस वर घेऊ आपण स्ट्रेस. ओके, सो at point A, above this elastic limit is break. Okay, so this is B point, this is suppose C point, and this is D point. So here OA is the elastic limit, this is O. So this OA, then OA is the what? That is elastic limit. Elastic limit. B is the yield point. Sorry. B is the yield point. This is C. This is D. This is neck point. C is neck point. And D is the wire break. D at point D wire breaks. Okay. So OA is this is the linear relation. This is the straight line. Okay. This is straight line. So particularly in solids, if stress is gradually increased, the strain is also increases in accordance with the Hooke's law until a point at which linear relation between stress and strain ceases out. Okay. This limit of the stress up to which the behavior of the body remain elastic. So regions, original shape and size on removal of deforming force is called as elastic limit. What? That is the limit of the stress up to which the behavior of the body remains elastic. Up to which the body remains elastic. That is, it regains its original shape or size on removal of deforming force is called as elastic limit. Okay, understand? That is called the limit of the stress. Definition: the limit of the stress, up to which behavior of the body remains elastic. That means it regains original shape or size when we remove the deforming force. Okay, on removal of deforming force or removal of deforming force is called as elastic limit. Okay, that is what elastic limit means. What? The limit of stress up to which the behavior of the body remains elastic. That means it regains its original shape and size on removal of deforming force is called as elastic limit. Okay. Beyond the elastic limit, permanent changes occurs. Okay. For example, suppose we take a spring. Okay. Suppose we apply a small force to this spring. Okay, within elastic limit. When we release the pressure or force, so what happened? The spring gets its original shape and size. Okay, but if we apply a force within elastic limit, okay, खूप जास्त जर त्या स्प्रिंगला जर आपण ताण दिला आणि मग जर डिफॉर्मिंग फोर्स जर केला तर तो ओरिजिनल शेप मध्ये येणार का? नाही. त्याची जी साईज आहे तो जास्त स्ट्रेस होईल किंवा स्ट्रेन होईल, तर त्याची साईज काय होईल? चेंज होईल. ओके. So, beyond the elastic limit, the permanent change occurs in the body on removal of deforming forces. Further, elongation is not proportional to the force applied of the body. Elongation is not proportional to the applied force of the body, but increases more rapidly than given by Hooke's law. For example, when a wire is loaded beyond the elastic limit, the extension produced in the wire is not proportional to the stress. The strain, that is extension. What is extension means? The strain. The strain, that is extension, is more than the corresponding increase in stress. In this stage, so in this figure there is part AB. Part AB of the curve. If the deforming stress is removed, the particles do not regain their original position and permanent deformation is occurred. At point B in figure represents the yield point. As the stress is further increased, a maximum value of stress is reached. This is the yield point. At point B in figure, the represents the yield point. As the stress is further increased, a maximum value of stress is reached, at which wire starts elongation without further increasing the stress, called as neck point. This is called as neck point. Okay, and at point D, the wire breaks. The maximum value of stress corresponding to point B is called as breaking stress. So we apply a point stress up to point D. So what happened? The wire is breakdown. So up to A, this is in elastic limit. Up to B, the B is the yield point. Okay, and up to C is the maximum stress point. Okay, and after that stress D is the wire is break. When we apply a stress, then what happens? The wire is breaks. Okay. Thank you.